Hey everyone, and welcome back to my Completionist playthrough of Diablo 2 on Hardcore. And it is time to wrap up our business in Act 3. I went back down to Players 1 again, and we have everything we need except a few last preparations. So first let's identify all of the stuff that we got at the end of the previous episode. Alright, not much here, but we also need to empty our Horadric Cube, because we got that super unique short sword with Crushing Blow. Yeah, Rixod's Keen. We're going to add that one to our collection. And the helmet could be used by our mercenary, but it also sells pretty well, so I'm going to take the money for now. Because it is going to be a long while before we start using our mercenary on a more regular basis, and by then we're going to have much better stuff for him. So let's deposit some stuff in our stash. And we're also going to make a short stop by Alcor's establishment to buy some thawing potions. They are going to come in handy in a couple of situations. And this is also going to give us an opportunity to gossip with Alcor a little bit again.
Care to take a gander at my grimoire?
No thanks, Alcor. I don't want to look at your figurine either. Your golden bird of Kuile, so to speak. Anyway, I think we're also going to make some quick repairs, because I see that our shield has been losing durability. Thanks to that icon in the top right. And now we're going to be ready. And I think we're going to start in Upper Kurast. And because there was a entrance to the sewers nearby. Yeah, and the sewers is our next destination. And here we're looking for the passage to level 2, which is also going to be guarded by a super unique we need to deal with, called Icehawk Riftwing. And generally, in the vast majority of cases, the passage to level 2 is going to be located in the outer edges of the sewers, but sometimes, very rarely, you can get kind of an anomaly of a map where it's going to be in the middle. So we'll see what situation we are going to find ourselves in here. Pretty empty sewers so far. There can be dolls here, those little skeletal flares that explode upon death, and are generally very fast and dangerous. Here we have found the golden chests of the sewers, and from this tile we need to go right. And I am going to pick up that circlet. Alright, here we have found the passage. Here's the sewer lever that is going to open the stairs. And nearby there should be a pack of gloom bats. Alright, here we go. I wanted to highlight Icehawk Riftwing here, because he is one of the reasons we have brought thawing potions with us. Because he is always cold enchanted and has teleportation. So even if you make sure to keep your distance from him, not to be affected by his Frost Nova when he dies, sometimes it can happen that when he's near death, he's going to teleport near you and then die from something, and you know, affect you with that nasty damage. But if we give ourselves, let's say, a minute of thawing potions, this is going to increase our cold resistance up to 85, because thawing potions not only give you 50 cold resistance, but also increase your maximum cold resistance by 10. So even if something unfortunate happens to us here, we should be able to take the damage of that Frost Nova, no problem. And also, since he is cold enchanted, he is not going to be taking that much damage from our Blizzard. But that's why we still have our trusty charge bolts, and these gloom bats, they always retreat when low on health, but he wasn't too problematic here. And let's just get something small. And here at level 2 in the chest, here we have the dolls. They are really problematic on higher difficulties, where their explosions really hurt. They are very fast and dangerous, even without taking into account their exploding bodies upon death, and also on Hell they have 0 chill effectiveness, so you can't slow them down at all. We're going to talk about chill effectiveness at some point later, probably when we encounter the Death Lords in Act 5. Anyway, we got ourselves Khalim's Heart, the penultimate artifact. We need to get the last one. The flail is in possession of the Council of Zakarum in Travancore, which is going to be our next destination. But I'm going to check all of these chests here, because a couple of them are super chests that can drop some pretty decent quantities of items. Right, there we go. That Grand Scepter I definitely want.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh man. Let's just get rid of some of this stuff. And I guess we're going to get that circlet again in our Horadric cube, and this should be it. Alright, also, after obtaining another one of these relics, Cain is going to have something to say, so let's listen to his wisdom.
You have found Khalim's heart, and it still bears the courage to face Mephisto. Place it in the Horadric cube along with Khalim's other relics. The eye, the brain, and the flail. Hello.
Alright, we'll do that soon. Now let's check our spoils here. Okay, we have better stuff. And let's just check out that circlet. Nothing... Not much, but at least decent money we were able to get from it. Alright, and now our next stop is going to be Travancore. And here we are going to have to defeat the council, and there's going to be a couple of generic council members, but among them there are going to be 3 super uniques, more prominent and named members of the council, I guess. And the flail is going to drop from the first one we kill. I just want to clear out the area a little bit, especially from the healing hierophants, so they don't make things problematic. And there we go. These council members here, there's going to be 1 fire enchanted one, 1 cold enchanted, and 1 cursed. So I think I'm going to drink a couple of these thawing potions right away. We should have 2 minutes of that effect running now. Yeah, of course they spam the Hydra spell, but with our fire resistance and with being on the move, this is not going to be too problematic for us. Yeah, here's the cursed guy, Ismail Vilehand. And yeah, he drops us the flail. Right, here we have Torque Ice Fist, the reason for our thawing potions. Alright, there we go. Alright, and finally we have Geleb Flamefinger, the fire enchanted guy. Here we should be just safe enough to do some statics. We don't have to be that careful anymore. Alright, there we go.
I am overburdened. Impossible.
And before we actually assemble the flail, because we could do it right now, let's actually go back to town and listen to Cain once more.
Once properly imbued, Khalim's flail can destroy the compelling orb and reveal the way to Mephisto. Place it into the Horadric cube along with Khalim's relics, his heart, his brain, and his eye. Then transmute them to carry out Khalim's will. Ridding Kurast of the Council of Zakarum was essential. Still, there is more you must do. The compelling orb, too, must be destroyed. Diablo and Baal must be close to finding their brother Mephisto by now. You've no time to waste.
Yeah, his second speech was there because we have completed the council quest. We've killed them all. And that is, of course, a quest without a dedicated quest giver. So basically the first townsperson you talk to is going to give you the quest completed message. Here, let's check out what we got here. Some money, fire resist 6. I guess I'm going to allow it to stay with us for now. And unfortunately no FCR on that ring. Let's get one more batch of potions. Oh yeah, And of course now, if we transmute the flail, Kane is going to have something to say again, and I also have something to say about it, because this is a quest item that anyone needs to be able to equip in order to destroy that compelling orb with it. And what that means is that this item has no level or attribute requirements. And this is actually a really good weapon to give to a new character to level up with in the beginning of, you know, their life as a character in Diablo 2, basically, because of that, you know, mana and lifesteal, the additional lightning damage, and increased attack speed. If you want to make just a dedicated character that gets to Act 3, assembles this flail, and then put it in your shared stash in PlugY or on some mule, you can have a nice weapon to give every new character to kind of start out with, and be able to smack monsters quickly and easily with it. But anyway, we are of course going to use it in this quest after hearing Kane one last time.
Masterfully done, hero. You have crafted Khalim's will. Employ it to destroy the compelling orb and open the way to Mephisto. May the true light guide your way.
All right, let's do that then. And this is going to open the passage to the Durance of Hate, the last bastion and hiding place of Mephisto, or Mephisto, as he was pronounced in Diablo 1. When you read one of the tomes that mentioned the primevals, they said Diablo, Baal, and Mephisto. You know, obviously from Diablo 2 he became Mephisto, but anyway, this also completes the quest to assemble and use Khalim's will to destroy that compelling orb, and now we're in the Durance of Hate. And here in the first two levels we need to go straight ahead to reach the exit, and I am going to do that, or aim to do that quite quickly, because this is yet another place where dolls can spawn.
It's locked. I need mana.
So we don't really want to stay here for too long. Yeah, here they come.
I need mana.
Alright, there we go, level 2. On level 2, there is also a waypoint we need to flag, which is left of this starting tile. So we're going to kind of start checking left here in the beginning. I'd also get some experience, because there is a special group there, someone giving that that blessed aim aura, but unfortunately it's a pack of vampires, so I think I'm going to nope out of there, especially seeing all of those dolls approaching. And here we have our waypoint, and from the waypoint of course we need to go left or straight ahead from that first tile, and we're here already. Now at level 3 there's going to be 3 more super unique last council members, and of course our ultimate quest is to kill Mephisto. Here's Brem, Sparkfist, he is the lightning enchanted one, but with Blizzard we should be able to get rid of him with no problem, depending on how those Blizzard shards want to treat him. He also has Holy Freeze this time as his aura. Come on, dude. There we go. So, 2 more to go. Here in the right chamber, there's going to be Wyand Voidbringer, the mana burn guy. Alright, there we go. And finally, on the left, there is Maffer Dragonhand, the extra fast, extra strong guy, but he is not that strong. We can definitely allow ourselves some statics here. Finally he gets affected by Blizzard and chilled, slowed down a little bit. Alright, there we go. All of the last super uniques are dealt with. We have also all of the waypoints. And now we just need to make some final preparations before encountering Mephisto. So we had something. Alright, and let's leave ourselves some space for some thawing potions. that we're going to use once again. We're also going to resurrect Golzar, our trusty friend, so he can enjoy being alive for a few moments, because he is going to be used as a sacrificial lamb in our encounter with Mephisto, basically to just buy us a few seconds to cast a couple of statics in safety. So here we're going to buy a couple of more thawing potions. This should be enough for our fight against Mephisto, and one last gossip with Alcor.
I hope you don't object to my badgering the witless.
Well, I'm still counting on some of the other townspeople banters. I think he didn't give us the Ormus one and the Natalia one. But anyway, just before we go and encounter Mephisto, we are going to use these thawing potions because he has 3 cold-based attacks. He has Frost Nova. He very rarely casts Blizzard, but one of his main attacks is a Skull Missile, which is kind of like an icy orb, which travels pretty quickly and deals a lot of damage. However, 2/3 of that damage is cold and 1/3 is physical. It can also be blocked, by the way, but anyway, he also has a poison effect. He also has charge bolts and lightning, but none of it is really that dangerous if you keep your distance from Mephisto. There's also a way to bug him out, kind of, or get him stuck in a couple of locations, primarily when it comes to the moat trick, but the moat trick we're going to explore in later difficulties. And yeah, let's just go in and teleport our mercenary close to him. Oh, he got distracted by someone there. Alright, come, Golzar. We have need of you. Alright, so this was basically the purpose of Golzar. We could stand behind him in safety and spam some statics, and now we just need to kind of be on the move, avoid Mephisto's attacks. I would like him to showcase that Skull Missile. Let's actually give him a chance here to present that attack. He favors lightning very heavily here in our fight. Come on, man. That's basically the way to go if you want to encounter him kind of straightforward. Just cast a spell or two, be on the move when he does his attack. Cast 2-3 things maybe, and be on the move again. And rinse and repeat. Yeah, he is very low on health. You can like get him stuck on this corner, for example, or you know, if you, well, I guess we can showcase the moat trick. We can just teleport over the moat, I guess, over the blood or lava or whatever that is supposed to be, and get him stuck on the other side and outrange all of his abilities, while some of your own can affect him. That was that Skull Missile, and now we can just finish him off. Alright, there we go. No uniques or set items, unfortunately, but we do have a couple of things that we're going to pick up after the Sorceress says her line.
Mephisto shall no longer darken our souls with hatred.
She is such a dork. I love her. Anyway. We can get this, we can get this, we can get the charm, and we can get the belt. And even though Mephisto's soulstone drops here, like a priceless artifact, of course, incredibly vital to the story, we don't actually need to pick it up, and I'm purposefully going to leave it here. This is going to give us a different conversation with Cain at the beginning of Act 4. Unfortunately, this is locked. This is a super chest, the one in the middle. But anyway, before we progress through this portal that we need to go through, we're also going to see it in a cinematic. Let's actually enjoy our victory and listen to the townspeople, to what they have to say, and do our final summary when it comes to our completionist objectives. So of course, we have all of our waypoints flagged, we have killed all of the super uniques, and we have all of the quests done with the demise of Mephisto. So now let's just enjoy our triumph and listen to Cain first.
Our faith in you was well deserved, but Diablo has made his way to hell, and it is likely that Baal followed him there. Enter the infernal gate and kill the Lord of Terror before all is lost. Only then will our world be saved.
Yeah, this is a really big deal. We have defeated a prime evil, being just a mortal. So I expect some big fanfares and cheers.
Yes. You have defeated the prime evil in combat. Ormus is impressed beyond words. But staying here will not end this conflict. You must enter the infernal gate and stop Diablo once and for all.
Yeah, Ormus giving us a nice speech as always. However, Mischief is going to be kind of the opposite.
Now Kurast can begin the task of rekindling its former glory. I thank you.
Some pretty modest and understated thanks there for what we've accomplished here.
What do you need? Well done, my friend. You are a great champion of order. Please consider yourself an honorary Iron Wolf.
Wow, what an honor. Such status. Anyway, Alcor is not going to disappoint. He has a really good one.
Hey! Your news is great indeed. You have saved us all. I would smile, but I'm afraid my face might collapse.
Oh, Alcor, please just give us a bomb gossip one last time.
Oh, Ormus has been talking in riddles for years. I think he does it to cover up the fact that he's got nothing intelligent to say.
Why is he so mean? Gotta love Alcor. Also, with the demise of Mephisto, Natalia is going to be gone from the Kurast docks, so there is no triumphant last speech coming out of her, but we can talk to Ratley.
It looks like you're going to hell before me. Put in a good word.
Oh, he thinks he's so cool, right? He thinks you're so clever, huh, Ratley? Anyway, nothing else left to do but to go through the portal. Let's just glance at this soulstone and just leave it there. And here we go.
I did as you told me, Tyrael. I found the temple of the Zakarum. In the deepest recesses of the temple, I found a dark gathering. My companion, the Wanderer, Talrasha, and a great evil who could only be the Lord of Hatred himself, Mephisto. I heard a voice then, like 1,000 needles in my heart.
My brothers, at long last we stand reunited. The Infernal Gate has been prepared, and the time of our final victory is at hand. Let the way to hell be opened. And the evil that was once vanquished shall rise anew. Wrapped in the guise of man, shall he walk amongst the innocent, and terror shall consume they that dwell upon the earth. The skies shall rain fire, and the seas will become as blood. The righteous shall fall before the wicked, and all creation shall tremble before the burning standards of hell.
What I saw then was not meant for mortal eyes.
The gate stands ready. Now, my young brother, the time has come to assume your true form. Arise, Diablo, Lord of Terror. out your terror into hell.
Wow, that was a hell of a cinematic. I love that one. Love the speech by Mephisto. It seems like Marius also favors the Diablo 1 pronunciation of Mephisto. But anyway, this is going to be it for this episode. A little shorter one, but we are going to officially start with Act 4 from the next episode. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.